5.1, Writing and Graphing, Inequalities.
That was a special guest appearance tonight by my 5-year-old daughter, Autumn. As you said, we're talking about inequalities now. Inequalities, as it says here, is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions. These are symbols that you should be very familiar with. Real quick, that's less than, this is greater than. This is less than or equal to. This is less than and equal to. So I have a couple of examples here. D plus 5 is less than or equal to -7. -4m minus 10 is greater than 22. We'll talk about these as we move along here, but that's just a quick example of some inequalities.
I like pizza.
In case you were wondering, my daughter likes pizza. Okay, it says here's first practice problem. Take a look at this. A number q plus 5 is greater than or equal to -7.9. It says write this word sentence as an inequality. This is what we did with expressions and solving equations. We have to be able to write things. First, we know this part. Q plus 5 is greater than or equal to. So it's greater than or equal to -7.9. Hopefully you followed that. You have to understand the different symbols, greater than or equal to. So I'm going to represent it with the greater than, or it can also be equal to. That's what this is basically saying, is these two things added together can be greater than or equal to -7.9. Alright, some other practice type problems here. It says tell whether -2 is a solution of each inequality. You basically just have to take the -2 and go ahead and plug it in to the inequality expressions. Let's do A together. -2 minus 5 has to be greater than or equal to a -6. Well, if we go ahead and solve this, -2 minus 5 gets me a -7. And that is not greater than or equal to a -6. So that is not a solution for that inequality. So that one's wrong. When we look at B, let me erase a little bit here. When we look at B here, it says -5.5 times y is less than 14. Well, again, let's plug it in. -5.5, I'm going to multiply by a -2, and that is supposed to be less than 14. If I go ahead and I multiply these two together, -5.5 times -2 is going to give me a positive 11, and that is definitely less than 14. So that is a solution. So B is a solution, A is not a solution. Alright, we need to graph inequalities now. Y is greater than -8. Think about where -8 is on a number line. I want to have an open circle for this. It has to be equal to make it closed and filled in. I'll show you that in a minute. My number line would go through -8, but it's all going to go to the right because this is y is greater than -8. So I'm going to color in and shade in this side of the graph because it's everything going that direction to make it greater than. What I was saying is, if you let me get rid of some of this, if I had an example of a problem like y is, let's just go less than or equal to -8, I would have to, on my -8 right here, I would have to color this in because that represents that it could be also equal to. So if anytime it's an equal to, I want to color in. This time it's less than, so I would draw my line going this way, completely shaded in that case. I would still have my full number line, this is the end that I would want to shade in. Sorry, it's kind of messy, but I hope you followed along. Take some notes on this video, I hope. I'm going to check them tomorrow. Hopefully you followed along on this. We'll start inequalities next time. Have a great night. Autumn, you want to say goodbye?